Hi everyone. I want to go over with you a way to do a word study, a basic word study, and an online source that you can use to do this. What you're looking at here is what's known as the Blue Letter Bible. Notice the web page, it's blueletterbible.org. I'm not endorsing everything that's on this site, but as far as this box right here where we can do searches, it's very helpful. So if we think about Matthew 9:35 to 38, one of the words that we looked at was the use of Jesus' use of the word compassion. Now, to make this work, you need to set it. It defaults to King James, but look for what your Bible version that you may be using. And so perhaps you were using the NIV, and we search compassion there. And what this does is this quickly looks through the entire English Bible and lists every place that, in the Bible where the English word compassion shows up. Now, this is where we need to be very careful. First thing we need to do is go down and find our verse. And you can see these are all Old Testament passages here. So I'm scrolling down. And let's see, get to the end. And we're still in Hosea. So this means I have to go to the next page of the searches, which picks up in Jonah. But as you can see, now we are here in Matthew. And here's Matthew 9:36. This is the verse that we looked at. So I'm going to click on Matthew 9:36. And let it go to its next page. And this is where we start getting some helpful information here. You see, we have the word compassion here. And what I want to click on, this is important, is you want to get the Strong's number. You can see the Greek word is here. If you know Greek, you can then use a regular Greek lexicon. But what we want to do is click on the Strong's number here. And the information that you then get is very important because what it does then, well, it gives you some basic data here. Again, some pronunciation means, some parsing in Greek, and some basic definitions. Again, these aren't word studies, these are just basic definitions. What I really want you to be able to see, and this isn't what would have been important in the last lesson, is once you've clicked on the Strong's number, you can then see the other places in Matthew's gospel where the exact same word is used. And it's often helpful in Bible study to be able to go and look at where the author uses the same Greek word to see if you can get any more insights. And so this is a simple way to do a basic word study. If you wanted to expand that to the whole of the New Testament, here are the other places in the New Testament where this Greek word shows up. Let's do another one. Let's say if we wanted to go back and I'll go back to the beginning so you can see the screen will walk through the whole thing. Let's say if we wanted to look at the word justified. So let's say we're studying in Romans. Say Romans 5. We'll let it do its search. And again, we need to get into the New Testament. And there we go. Romans 5:1, therefore being justified by faith. And so again, I'm going to click on Romans 5:1. And then once I get it opened, I'm looking for the word justified. Here it is, being justified. There's the Greek word there. And then I'm going to go to the center column where it has Strong's number. I click on that word, or that number, in this case G1344, and then I get specific information about this particular Greek word, including all places in the New Testament where that exact same word is used. And so I can then do a word study of the word that gets translated justified in Romans 5:1 to see where else it's used. And notice that this tool then lets you do that, and you can then scan through. Now, if you want to back out of this, what you'd want to do is you want to look at each context and go back a couple of verses to see what's going on. Again, this is in King James. Notice I can click I can go to the ESV by changing the statement here. But again, Blue Letter Bible. lets you do some basic word studies, lets you find other places in the book that you're studying, and as well as the New Testament where your exact word is. Again, search your word in English until you've learned Greek. But if you don't know Greek yet, search the word in English. Click on the verse where you find that word, and then you'll get, and then look for the word, click on the Strong's number, and it opens up for you the information. So go ahead and back up this video, and you can see how follow those two searches that I did. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing your work.